welcome to my classroom that is just an absolute mess. You see, the hills are alive. Sorry, I had to do it. All right, this is the beginning of me unpacking my classroom and getting it ready for babies. You see that everything is put over here on my cabinets and just shoved wherever it can be shoved. Nothing is set up the way I like for it to be done. All my things are on the back wall in that cabinet, and I went ahead in May and got my math meeting board basically ready for the first day of school. I mean, there's some things I'm going to change and fix, but it's basically ready. But I ordered some more things with my BEP money, and I have to take my calc crates that I made last year and fix them where my rowdy kids tore them up. And then I'm going to make some definite room changes, I think. Guys, it's been quite a while since I did the getting my classroom ready videos. And in fact, it's been about a month. So I just decided to give you a classroom tour since I did not finish. Let's just start when you first walk into the door. My door is the same every year. I do an all about Miss Shawna with my family. Me when I was 5 years old. There's my son, my puppy, and then you guys know who that is. Our house, and then my favorite things. I love college football, especially the Vols, going to the beach, and gardening. And that was me when I was in junior high playing softball, and I cheered, and that is one of my passions still, but I just don't do it anymore. And there is me when I was a senior in high school, and my brother when he was a freshman. Isn't he a little dork? So, that's the door. And it's always done in the red and blue cowboy. Here's the classroom. And now just go inch by inch. Now keep in mind, we have been in school for 3 weeks, so the things are not as neat and cute as they were when I first started school. This is my writing station, I guess you could say. This is where all my utensils are for writing. They're workbooks, they're dry erase boards, markers, erasers, crayons, doodle pads, spacemen, and then that's where they put their folders. That's where I keep my stickers, and then all of our, cleaning wipes, baby wipes, Germex tissue, that kind of stuff. Here is my how we get home, and I'm going to link everything that I've used that I can find in the description box. I love this. At the very top we have a desk fairy, and I just added that this year. The kids really love it. Here's my Wit and Wisdom board. I will have a wonder wheel that has all of the wonder questions up there as soon as we get to it in the unit. Of course, this is where my Elmo and my printer and speakers are, and underneath there I have reading group things. At the top we have our months of the year, and that's what we use for our birthdays. I will also link that in the description below. Birthday buckaroos, and then I have their pictures with their birth date written on them. I use the Walmart photo app where you can make wallet size pictures. Here is where I keep all my math things. We have Lincoln cubes, puzzles, geobands, geoboards, all of my math books, of course the globe, number charts, base 10 blocks, all the things math. Underneath there, I have my recess blanket and our paint smocks. Here's my pocket chart, and behind here are my chairs that I use for reading group, my I can statements, and then this is like an overflow of my first day of school books. Above this board is where I have my number set, also Western of course, and this is my area. my reading group / desk area. The dots came from, I don't know, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll link it. This is what I use for my wit and wisdom. Now, behind my desk are my essentials. Now, this is new for me this year. I bought a small tool organizer from Lowe's. It is actually for nuts and bolts, nails, you know, yada yada, what have you. Then I just organize every single thing that I need. And then there is some extra that I don't have labeled, and that is a necessity. And I actually have one of those in every box. You name it, I've got it. Sticky tack. This sticky tack is 21 years old. Tell me. Anyway, this makes me so happy. And then at the bottom, we have binder clips. I mean, you can read. Sharpies have their own box. Then I had one marked markers, but you know, they're all Sharpies too. My writing utensils, these guys are supposed to go in the markers bin, but I'll do that later. Scissors, my M&Ms. These are for things that I need at a quick reach, like early and late due calendars, recess calendars, everything important that I have to have within reach. Here are my notepads. Anyway, student info cards. And then our school system asks that we have our latest degree posted, and this is where I got my master's. There are some more pictures, and then this was something that a parent gave us a couple of years ago, and it is absolutely precious. Now, on the second shelf, I have my daily baskets. Inside the daily baskets are usually the books I'm going to read that day for reading groups, any manipulatives I'll need for math, and then in the folders, of course today is Monday, so this is empty. There's what's on the left side, and then here's what's on the right side. And then I have one for every single day. My Friday just could not fit, so I had to turn it around the other way. And then the very bottom level is my messy level, all of my binders that have all of my info for all these years, my data notebook, portfolio information, gross. This is my guided reading leveled book area. Level A, level B, blah, blah. These are the best tubs. If you don't have these tubs, you've got to get them. This is for kids who don't know their letters very well. One of the good things about these tubs is that they have things in there that these kids might not think about that begin with each letter. And then I have my Alpha-Tel books. I use these for my level 1. I'm not sure how each teacher levels their kids or what your school system calls it, but those are for my ones who just need a little bit of help. Onto this area, these are my tables. Now, we move around a lot, so these children are never at this area for very long. We go from the sit spots to the reading station to their seats to this carpet. We also move around, so you know they never ever get bored or antsy. These, of course, their little name tags are also Western. I bought these seat sacks, guys. They are fantastic. They are made of denim. They are from Aussie Pouch, AussiePouch.com. They're expensive, but they are amazing. They come in different colors, all denim, of course. And then this is where the kids put their folders. And then we are writing all year long their name each month so the parents can see how much they've grown. And I keep that in a small pocket. On their tables, I will link these labels in the description box below. Love them. I got them from Teacher Pay Teachers. We decided this year to have only 8 crayons per child because they spent more time playing with their crayons than they did getting their supplies out. Well, for some reason the boxes just fell apart. So I found these handy dandy little plastic containers at Walmart for 68 cents a piece, and they have been a godsend to me. I wrote the names for the kids on there, and then each little compartment, each supply has a compartment. It tells you how many are supposed to be there. Anyway, because these things are so big, I have to put 2 on this side, and it really doesn't make that big of a difference to the kids. These galvanized tins I got off of Amazon. I'll link them below. I love them. And then I just made these from the same material that I made all the curtains around the classroom. All right, on to my carpet area and my meeting board. Now, at the beginning of this video, I showed you the meeting board that I had already finished. Well, after I got it all done, I decided I want to change it. So I've just recently pulled off the barn. You can see the outline. Isn't it amazing that even though the window is not over here, the sunlight has found a way to come to my denim, and it has faded. You can see where I had my 2018. This is my new calendar, and all these Western things were printed off of Teachers Pay Teachers. I'm getting a new 2018, I'm making it, and also I've got to do some more things right here, but I just today was able to go to find the calendar that I actually wanted, but I printed these off from Pinterest also, and I will link that in the description as well. I had the word meeting board in rope hot glued up there in between my words, and then my principal came and said, how are those up there? Hot glue was a no-no in our school. So I had to take it down, and I've got to put something else up there that will not be so heavy that will not fall. Now this is my rug, and it's huge, and I love it. I'm obsessed with it. On my rug, I bought the sit spots. I'm sure you all have these sit spots. They cost $40, but they are supposed to stick to the carpet and be able to be vacuumed over. Well, my little sit spots come up. Not all of them, but it took forever. I was literally rolling on them with canisters. I had my kids jump up and down, and still every now and then one of them will come up. Drives me insane. This is my helper chair. It's actually my little rocking chair from when I was little. I painted it red, and then I had our custodian to attach one of the red school chairs that I found somewhere to the bottom of it because it didn't have a very sturdy bottom. And of course we have our little Western decoration. Here's my chair. This came from Old Country Store, and this container has calendar tools, review cards, and then some more music down there at the bottom. And of course we have Dr. Jean making an appearance. This is my easel for every morning. Now you can tell it is well worn. This is our morning message every day. I start with green. Green means go, so all the capital letters in the beginning of each sentence begins with green. The yellow means slow down, so the commas are in yellow, and then the punctuation is in red for stop. At the beginning of the year, I do blue annotations around the words that change, so it can kind of help them into seeing which ones are going to be different each day. Let's do this back wall. This came from the very same company or person that I got my Western numbers from. Those cute little cow print alphabet. I will just tell you that it cost me $1 squillion in ink to print these suckers out. By the end, I believe, let me see if I can find one. Maybe you won't be able to see the difference. I got a black magic marker, and I started having to color in because I had bought like 5 or 6 things of black ink, and I was just broke, man. Here are the little supply crates that you saw me and Jason painting in the previous part of the video. Normally I put their pictures on there so they can see which tub is theirs. I put all their extra supplies in it. But this year I went ahead and printed out a duplicate set of the numbers that match on my calendar, and I really like that. Those same material that I used to make all the other Western things in the room to add just a little cute decoration to the boxes, and I absolutely love it. I really do. The painting is wonderful. It looks like I bought them this color, and I think the numbers and the ribbons really add a cute touch to it. Now underneath are where they hang their backpacks and their coats, and as you can tell, I'm sure you teachers know, these students are given a number in my classroom, and it's just the number of the alphabetical order that they're in, and that number is attached to where they hang their backpacks, where their supplies are, where they sit on the carpet, and where they line up when we go. So everybody has a specific number. It helps them learn their numbers, and by the end of the year, they all know everybody's number. They help me. Now this next galvanized tub, my aunt made the lettering for Book Buddies. I get this tub down whenever the kids are in reading stations, and when they're in the classroom library, they can choose a buddy to read to. This easel was made by my Uncle Steve. I don't necessarily have a spot for it in my room anymore, but I just make a spot because you cannot get rid of heirloom things like that. It has a shelf on the back, and that's where I keep my charts. And every month, I keep that month's books on this easel. This is where the kids can choose their books from whenever they're reading. And they come over to the reading area. They sit on one of my little cow crates that I made. I got that idea from Pinterest also. And they come and sit in my classroom library area. These books are in tubs that I got from reallygoodstuff.com. I used blue duct tape to edge off. These are actually name tags that I covered with red bandana duct tape, and then I trimmed it out with the blue. Each box has that month's books in it. My word wall. This kerosene lamp is an antique. That saddle is a saddle that my son used when he was little to ride his horse. And then of course, every cowgirl goes to school. So that's my little reading area. Moving on to basically my storage area. Well, real quick, here's the back door. And then you can see our little garden area that we have flowers out. Jason and I worked very hard in this area, and then the one down there where I used to be. This is the connecting hallway to my team teacher. Excuse me. And that's our classroom bathroom. She has her own bathroom also. I keep the kids' extra clothes there. There's the cooler for field trips, and that's some sand toys I found for really cheap. I've got to get that thing out of there. My mother bought me this, and it's adorable. I love it. I just don't have anything in it yet. I'm probably going to put stations in it. My stations. And here is our little paper towel and soap. Years of painting in kindergarten. It will not come off. Here's our sink area where I have water fountain, paints, candy. And then I made all these little curtains that match the curtains all around the classroom. Underneath here are cleaning supplies, chalk, Play-Doh, plates and napkins, big books, and then my snack. My treasure chest. Now at the top, I had this 2-tiered mailbox that I got from Walmart to use to put all my colored paper, colored cardstock, and construction paper in. And then I've separated them by color, as you can see. I've sorted them. Well, then the fire marshal came in and said we couldn't have anything that was above 2 feet from the ceiling. So Jason got his knife and he cut that in two, and we got it where it can be, it's pretty sturdy. But once we did that, I had to take all this out, and I haven't put it back up there. I'm sorry, guys. Over here is where I keep all of my things that I use to incubate chickens in. This area is for pencils, my microwave, my refrigerator, and this is just kind of my storage area. This is our rules area also. Here are our rules, and every child, once again, has their own number. So if a parent walks in, a parent who's not part of, any parent, they walk in, they only know their child's number. Then they will only see if their child was there. Warning is 5 minutes off of recess, straight face is 10, and then sad face is 15. And let me tell you guys, that hardly ever happens. They just don't get to that point. Behind that magical curtain is my storage area, and I'm not pulling it back. I've been teaching for 21 years, and you really can't see over in this area, but I have all the group pictures that were taken over the years, and I have open spots to fill those in. And this is a little quilt paper that a student teacher had made for me. I'm in love with Austin sculptures. Here's my road rug, and it's part of one of our centers. I have a box of cars and things that the kids like to play with. It helps with their fine motor skills. And that's the timeout desk, which we don't want to get into. So here is the final span of my classroom. Guys, this is my favorite year with my classroom. I always love being here, but this I am the most comfortable. I love it the most this year. I don't know why. It just feels so good, and I think it's precious. The kids love it too. I think it's fun and inviting and homey, and I hope that you do too. If you have any cute Western ideas, any cute tips that you can leave for me, please leave it in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching. Love you guys. Bye.